Now Thomas Partey. Press it down to the left hand side. It is Derek Cohn. Looking for a handball, but that would not be given. It's giving the balls away very cheaply there. The Ghanaians would have to find a way to defend, and comes Jiku. Now it's looking to make sure that at least they have a very good partnership at the back. Jete and Jiku yet again. It's been pretty much of a one-way traffic there. Jordan doing almost everything right in the game, but yet to find a connection with the likes of Prince Edu Kwabena and that of Isha Aku, who are leading the attack for Ghana. Derek Cohn again keeps the ball away, trying to win it back, but unable to be on his feet. And Jiku really protesting to the referee about this particular scenario here, but he's been taking the referee really going to have a word there with Otuado regarding some of the off-field incidents or things that have been happening on the field alongside.
Yeah, Otto clearly frustrated. I think that would come from the earlier incident where the referee not giving the free kick to Prince when he was through on goal and was brought down by Kevin Danso, but the referee had judged that to be a fair push. I think the issue with the 4-4-2 is Jordan playing as a striker in the system or as a number 10, because we've seen situations where the team has gone long to Prince Edu Kwabena, but he's never close enough for the second ball.
I think he's just playing as a 10 just behind Edu Kwabena, but the second ball is really not being picked up by the Ghanaians, and so that becomes much of a problem there for Ghana. Kelvin Anso, Austria now keeping the ball at the back. Always laughing the likes of Posh and Fido switching play on the left hand side and expecting some bit of a run there from Schmidt there. And then again a lot of pushing and shoving in the box. Danso once again wins back possession. Here comes Austria. And that's going to be a foul. That's definitely going to be a foul there. Well, they've been piling up the pressure on Ghanaians, and so when you're conceding the foul, it's very close to the 18-yard box, but 20 yards away. And yet again, you just talk about the right full back for the Austrian side, Stefan Posch. It's been notched there from the point of view of Semenyo. He's expected to lead the lines there for Ghana at the World Cup as well on the flanks. Tiziki trying to control and form his wall as the Ghanaians try to defend this set piece. This is one of the quality moments of Sabitzer in terms of getting the ball still into the likes of Great Gorish. And from Gardner, all of them in there waiting for some bit of a connection on the ball here. But Austria will have Grealish behind the ball. And Sabitzer also trying to go in here, dinks the ball to the far side. Ghana defends by Jiku. Heads it away. Back into the Ghanaian 18-yard box, and Ghana eventually gets it away by Jordan. But the Black Stars have won only 2 out of their last 10 international friendly matches. And this might be their 11th international friendly matches there, and they are down by a 1-0. Well, back in 11 December 2024, the Black Stars won by 2-1 against Togo. And then a 1-0 win against Nicaragua on the 27th of October 2022. Those are the 2 games the Black Stars have won in international friendly matches.
In contrast, Austria have lost just 2 in the last 10.
And now the lead might go to 0, and that's going to be another foul that the fans really calling for a foul here, but that will not be given. And Ghanaians having a lot of trouble keeping possession, and you have Sabitzer and his team just making sure that they are able to win back possession. Stefan Posch here for Austria. And he's trying to keep possession and for the Ghanaians to come out of their defensive area. Here comes again, and you have Philip Mwene. Well, the interesting bit about the Austrian is that they always suit possessions and position as well. And so sometimes you do see a centre forward in defensive lines, you do see a centre back also in centre forward position. Anytime they have possession and they're going forward, they lose it. You do have most of the players just moving into different shapes and different positions.
Well, it's typical of the Ralph Rangnick side that we've seen. Bases a lot of emphasis on fluidity in attack, passing, movement, pressing. And Otuado is aware of that. He mentioned in his press conference that that's what he expects. Have they dealt with it well so far? Maybe to some extent.
Yeah. Half an hour gone already. And Ghana now do have an advantage going forward. Edukov now in the box. Edukov now looking to shoot here. Drags the ball back, and now the Austrians will have to quickly defend the lines and concede a corner kick. And that was a great work there from six-shirted Nicolas Suwald, another player from Leipzig. Well, he did almost everything right, didn't he? Once again, you do have Kevin Jansu always there, but this is the final touch on the ball there by Nicolas Suwald. And so there's a corner kick advantage there for Ghana. And Jordan is always going to be the man to effect this one. Here comes the Ghanaians looking to hit this one to near post, and once again also looking for handball call. And this is obviously one of the clearest opportunities for the Ghanaians, and Semenyo blasting the ball wide. But meantime, early on the Ghanaians were calling for a handball, was it? Wasn't it?
Didn't look like a handball.
Okay, that's a threat there from Semenyo in the 18-yard box anytime he gets the opportunity, and that's where the Corbans Pate, and this is the left foot strike there from Antoine Semenyo, looking to get a equalizing goal before the break. And that's the closest the Ghanaians really have come in terms of getting the goal here, but that was not to be. Jonas Ajete for Ghana. This is Sibo. He has to lose possession, and now it's going to be Greg Gorich here, but Ghanaians quickly doing so to win back possession. It's been missing in action for the first during the qualification for the World Cup, but is back again, looking to cement his place and perhaps pick up his number one spot. And so the international friendly matches the Black Stars really have engaged in was a 1-0 and 2-0 defeat to South Korea and Japan in the Asian Cup as well. And then the injury down to Francis Abu, ACL, in that Asian Cup as well. And a 4-0 defeat to USA and 2-0 defeat to Mexico back in 2023. And also losing to Brazil by 3-0 back in 2022. And Ralph Rangnick really not satisfied with the team, maybe looking for more goals. Here comes Danso. Sliding forward and picks up Stefan Posch. Back to Danso. I was looking to see the likes of Grealish also coming back defensively to pick up the pass, and Mwene here. Philip Mwene. Here comes Danso. Now, obviously looking for the run there of Schmidt. Danso picks up pieces yet. On the square one, David Semenyo intercepts. It's going to be a huge chase now. Prince Edukov now can equalize. Yeah, he does. He goes to ground. Is that going to be another penalty? I tell you what, the referee says no.
And that's the second time that he's troubled this Austrian defense with his runs in behind. And you can clearly see that I think he doesn't win the ball.
No, I thought this was a clear penalty. Absolutely, it should be a penalty. Should be
on
given.
first glance, I thought it was a penalty, but on that replay, it just confirms my initial thoughts that it was clearly no touch of the ball there. And I'm not surprised because it was Grealish who is a midfielder in that position.
I tell you.
And if there was VAR, I would expect the referee to be signaling.
But well, the
screen.
interesting bit about the Austrians, I did mention about position of play and where you have the midfielder coming back to defend this long balls behind the back line. There was no Kevin, and so there was no Michael Fred there. Again, the Ghanaians will feel hard done by the calls of the referee here, that some of the calls there should be going the Ghanaian way. Very sad scenario.
Once again, is Grealish on the fouling end again?
Yeah, again, it's two fouls there from him.
The first one, the referee said it wasn't a foul.
I tell you what, just going into this game and before the World Cup back in Qatar, the Black Stars are going to have a 3-1 win against Switzerland. Comes another set piece, that long one here for Jordan Ayew, and again, always able to pick it up.
I've been disappointed with the set plays that we've seen so far. It feels as if the team is trying to force it a bit. You know, when you see a team putting a free kick from a center line into a box, it's usually crunch time. Another time when you're trying to chase a game.
Yeah, I mean, those are times you get some bit of reactions from former players who feel the team would have done better.
Yeah, there's barely any angle when you are on the center line. I would have wished the team tried to work the ball a bit.
Austria. The ascendants here, and Sibo just coming to foul just around the center circle, and that comes to Kevin Anso. Here comes Stefan Posch, always looking to advertise one into the box and be dealt with beautifully. The Ghanaians once again is Jordan, looking for space, looking for the round there of Ishaku, tracks the ball back again. Urenchi, it's been pretty much quite in the right back position there, the Ghanaian. And here comes Derek Cohn. Again, not being able to join the attack as expected there, the left full back. The Black Stars really out of the 10 international friendlies played. It's been an interesting game here, and here comes another opportunity for Ghana to see if they can get a free kick. Well, it's offside.
This time is offside.
But that's will be pretty much frustrating there for the Ghanaian striker, Prince Edu Kobna. He's been the tormentor in chief there against the Austrian back line. And yet again,
I don't think that was offside. That's the thing.
Tight call there. It was played on.
Yeah, Mwene plays him on the left side. And
played on by Mwene, and so again, it's a very tight call there. And Kevin Anso was all over him.
Yeah, but then again, there's no VAR. So.
Very sad scenario there for this young man. He's really working himself in this game, and he's hoping at least to get opportunity to get a goal there for Ghana. But that is not the story. Here comes another ball to the right hand side, and it's been well collected beautifully by Schmidt. Yes, that's something to beat ball just off the line, was it? Yes, eventually the call comes in. Well, the Black Stars really conceded a lot of goals there in the international friendly matches. 23 of those matches played, or perhaps 23 goals conceded. It's going just fine within this period. The Black Stars qualified as winners of their World Cup group, just like Austria, dropping just 5 points, winning 8, drawing 1. A defeat out of the 10 matches with a staggering 17 plus goals difference. Well, the last time Austria lost at home was back in 13 October 2023, a 3-2 loss to Belgium. This particular ground ends Hapoel Stadium in Vienna. Likes of David Alaba, Kevin Danso, Konrad Laimer, Marcel Sabitzer, and Marko Arnautovic all available in that game. And today you have Kevin Danso and Marcel Sabitzer starting. Marko Arnautovic on the bench, probably be thrown into the second half as we approach just 6 minutes to go. At a time, another ball into the box, and once again the Ghanaians Have had a difficulty in Stefan Porsche was coming in, and here comes Schmidt's ball into the box once again. Sabitzer with the target. It's been brought down beautifully by Grealish. Sabitzer squares the ball back into the box, and now it's going to be a huge save there from Atizigi. That should have been the second goal for the Austrians, but with a Midas touch of Lawrence Atizigi, that was not to be.
Wow, that was an incredible save. I think it was a full stretch. But questions then again about Ghana's midfielders failing to pick late runs in the box. It's a theme of the first half where Austria have had a lot of joy with these cutbacks from the wings, with their midfielders making those late runs. This time it was Grealish, but brilliant save from Lawrence Atizigi to prevent it from being 2-0 there. But it looks as if there might have been a very bad head injury, a collision of heads between Jiku and Grealish. But
no, that's a quality save.
Really
that was actually a quality save there from Atizigi. And again, there's an injury concern there from Gardner. Which is what's in there between him and Jiku. Once again, it's going to be John Nayu trying to have some bit of work there with Mohamed Taish, the centre referee for the game here. It's been a lot of concern there for the Ghanaians who think that should have been an opportunity there for Ghana to have had penalties in the game, but that was not given. The referee goes in for here comes an opportunity. I tell you what, the centre referee Mohamed Al-Hoish is at as many as 20 matches in 11 competitions. 62 yellow cards is already given out. Corner kick taken to the far side, and yet again the referee now whistles. The ball had already crossed the line. And his all matches he's played, he's given 3 red cards, and this penalty given is going to be his 5th penalty call. The centre referee Mohamed Al-Hoish.
He doesn't give a lot.
No, it doesn't. But so far, 62 yellow cards, and so far no yellow cards in the game. With 3 more minutes to go. And again, the Austrians have really put a lot of pressure on Ghana, and they have a goal to show for the effort, and they want to continue with that. Partey scores one back to goalkeeper Atizigi. Sibo here for Ghana. Yeah, the Austrians really giving the Ghanaians a high pressing. Taking that possession of Atizigi. Again going long, looking for Jordan. Kevin Danso. Swatted the effort. Derek. Corn here. Semenyo. Looking for space, and Prince and Dukab now unable to get there to pick the pass yet. Sabitzer. Here comes Philip Moeni for Austria. Back to the goalkeeper. Schlager. One player you expect to see a lot of work there from him is Christoph Baumgartner. He's already starting the game there. He's in top form, 12 goals. And it's Ghana, Ishaku, and in the box waiting is Semenyo and Ndukabna back to Ishaku, looking to shoot from that angle. And here comes Derek Korn for Ghana. Semenyo. He's got 2 players to contend with. Now it's Korn here in the box, and a beautiful ball into the 18-yard area of Austria. And yet again, Ghana not able to take advantage. And I expect to see some of the runs there from Gregorish. Another ball down to the right-hand side, and Atizigi eventually pick it up for Ghana. Partey. Jordan. It's got Kevin Nasu to take care of. Once again, it's Jordan here. A lot of questions as whether he's going to continue Scotcha with Leicester City. In a lot of trouble there for Leicester in the Championship. The likes of Ishaku and Jordan really not happy. The best of passes there from Semenyochas. Approach the end of the first half. The Ghanaians have not been able to get a equalizing goal, but if it really come close to scoring, and it really come close at then the referee Mohamed Huish there to give a penalty, but that was waived. He's having a Grealish here coming back to defend his line, and you have another beautiful ball to Mweni. Mweni has really got to deal with Kalapi and Chi. Mweni here, very quick feed there from him, and Yenchi doing a good job there to twat his effort once again. 3 minutes of added time. Ghana do win a free kick. At 45 minutes, 3 minutes at a time. Very clear impression.
Well, I think it's been a fairly balanced game between the two sides. Austria just about narrowing it. I said they started really well, stringing a few passes here and there, but Ghana grew into the game, had a couple of decent chances. But then Austria really disrupted the momentum with the penalty after Jonathan Dite's handball converted by Sabitzer. The goal probably, I feel, deflated a bit of Ghana's momentum, but as time went on, they've grown back into the game and had a half chance with Semenyo that he blazed over the bar, have had a couple of penalty decisions that could have gone their way. Until it's not the end of the world, it's just a 1-goal deficit. Otado would definitely take this at half time. I mean, the worst thing that could happen is for Austria to get a second goal from this corner. You want at least a 1-goal margin. It's easier to turn around in the second.
Well, again, it's just about predictions where you have the likes of Das Naif for talking about a 1-1, and
so far he's on course.
There's a switch of scoreline there. The Ghanaians hoping to come out something there. Masa Sabitzer here going to near post once again. Ghana just clearing the line beautifully. Jordan, anytime he picks the ball, he's got 2 players or 3 players on his heels. Again, the foul there by Schmidt there. And so the Ghanaians would have to recycle the ball back to the goalkeeper, Lawrence Atizigi. So far, it's the only time he's picked the ball in the net was a penalty conceded by Jonas Ajete and converted.
Oh, that's Kim Lasberg again.
Yeah, the
Black Queen's coach.
George, yes, assistant.
Passing over some...
Some bit of information there to Coach Otuado.
That's nice to see. You're admiring the electronic board.
Yeah. It's Ghana heavily represented, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now that's a definitely foul. Yeah, that's obviously a yellow card, and this marks the 63rd yellow card there by the referee Mohamed Aoush. International games.
This is what you call taking one for the team.
Yeah. And so that's a foul there by Pate Umgartner. As a player who scored 12 goals and 6 assists there for Leipzig in 26 matches.
I think it goes back to what I was talking about, trying to at least keep this at a 1-goal deficit, because clearly Austria are going to get a very good attacking situation there with good numbers up front.
And so here at the ends Appel Stadium, the friendly match between Austria and Ghana. The first time already gone. The Ghanaians really coming out in the numbers to see what they can do, but it took Marcel Sabitzer's penalty, which was heavily considered by the Ghanaians in the 18-yard box by Jonas Ajete. So at halftime, it is Austria 1, Ghana 0.
And so 1-0 it stands at halftime between Austria and Ghana in the friendly match in Vienna. Austria so far have been the better side with the better ball possession, have had more attempts at goal, two on target, one of them being the penalty converted by Marcel Sabitzer. Ghana yet to record an attempt on target. I'm still in studio with Augustine Ahenfo and Willie Graham. Let's start with you, Augustine. What has been your impression of the first half so far? Welcome back to our live coverage of the game between Austria and Ghana. We're already seeing a change for the Austrians in their team as well. And so we'll be handing over to the commentator for the game, Willie Graham.
You know, we come back in the second half and some bring of changes there. And you see some of the changes the Austrians are bringing into the game. And expected to see how Ghana is going to respond to these changes. Now, the interesting bit of it is that they do have in the setup the introduction of a new goalkeeper, the Austrians. And so they have introduced yet another goalkeeper, Florian Weigl. So the second half is really underway here, and Patrick Weimar is also in. So you're going to see a lot of work there by the Austrians and ensuring that at least they continue their energy and the strength back in the first half. So the Black Stars once again come back with a free kick, and so quickly taken by the Ghanaians once again. Not changes made by the coaches. Well, at least you're expecting to see they're able to work their way up in the game. The Austrians also throwing into the game, and Warner. So at least you expect to see some bit of changes, and Paul Warner has been introduced into the game as well, the 24th shed. And the ball into the Ghanaian half, and the Austrians are getting themselves out once again. Antoine Semenyo sends the ball back into the box. The Jordan is here to see he can latch on the ball, and is pushed out for a corner kick. And this time is the man who's also thrown into the game is a new player in a 22 shirt. And Austria are really doing a lot of work. There's Alexander Pass conceding. And Jordan Ayew on the right foot, ball into the near post, and Ghana looking for an opportunity to hit this one in. But Austria again not out of the woods yet. The Ghanaians have possession, and Ghana also introducing three shirted again, expecting to see some changes once again from Ghana. Austria looking for some of the run there on the left side for Sabitzer. Now he's got Ajete to contend with. Ajete having the upper hand over Sabitzer. And here comes Alexander Prass.
He came in to replace him. The Austrians have actually made 4 changes. Grealish, who was struggling a bit, came off for Werner, and then Weimar also came in for Schmidt. And Weigl also replaced Shagler.
Here comes the goalkeeper who's just been introduced into the game, Weigl. Once again, Yuenchi sends it back to Atizigi. And Ghana once again moving forward, Derek Cohn. He's got Pate asking for the ball. He's able to send it to Pate once again. Here comes Jiku. It's currently spring in Europe, so I just can't talk about the weather condition really affecting the play of the players anyway. But Here comes Sibo for Ghana. And down you have Ajete Ishaku. Oh, lovely play there. But again, that's going to be unproductive on the part of Ishaku. Session now is going to be showing advantage to the Austrians. Here comes Pras. The Austrians are really coming their numbers to enjoy this game. Alexander Pras, 24 years, 25 matches there for Hoffenheim. 3 goals he scored, yet to assist. He's got 2 yellow cards this season. TSG Hoffenheim is where he plays his club football. Shaku has been pretty much quiet. He just returned from injury to play for Leicester. He's been out for a couple of times, and now he gets a chance to come back. Still Ghana looking to get the equalizing goal. Lovely pass there from Jordan, and again it's been well collected defensively by the Austrians. Try to get themselves back into the game and trying to push moment forward. 4 changes made by Austria so far. And a long ball forward here for Sabitzer to pick it up. Sabitzer squares one, and that's going to be what? The second goal has come in there for Austria. They worked their way out, and Grigoric eventually get to score. That has been the trademark. And Ghana not really excited about the goals conceding. Pretty much of a one-way traffic there in the game. And Sabitzer really involved in the goal. 31 years of age, Grigoric, 11 goals, 11 matches there for his Bundesliga side. Augsburg has got 3 goals at the side and 1 assist. This season he's picked up 2 yellow cards. And Grigoric making it 2-0 for Austria with the left foot.
You know, Augustin made a point brilliantly that Caleb is not a right back and has the tendency of sometimes switching off in games. And I think that's a perfect representation of that. In midfield, you can get away with some of these things because you have a whole back line ahead of you or behind you. In defense, you're usually the last line. His body language never looked like he had control of that ball. It's almost as if he panicked.
Yeah.
And right after conceding, you can see him put his head on his head. Look, this is a teenager that is being forced to play in a position that he's not used to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so that's the goal scorer there. Michael Grigoric started playing his football for Austria under 16 back in 2010. And also played for the Austrian under 17 in 2011 and continued with his development with the Austrian under 21. He played 29 games. He's got 20 goals, and from 2016 to date, he's had 72 caps there for Austria with 23 goals. And this goal there makes it 24. Michael Grigoric. And the second goal there for Austria. And again, the Ghanaians would have to find a way to come here with a set piece into the middle there has been cleared. But again, ball given away and Ghana in trouble once again. Austria in all sort of spaces there to make it 3-0, and interception coming in there by Caleb Hirenchi. That should have been the 3rd goal there for Austria, and a quality run from the man who was just thrown into the game, Patrick Weimer. Seems the substitution really working hard there for Austria. They've upped the game, the tempo, and the fluidity of the game is really going.
Yeah, I think the mistake seems to have affected Caleb Hirenchi there. It's a bit unusual of him to lose the ball there. Could have easily been 3 goals to Austria and game over. But kudos to him. In the end, he made the interception to prevent the goal.
Again, it's Ghana trying to move in here. And good play from Semenyo. Trying to dink the ball in the middle there, and Prince Jacob now was looking for the spectacular. And Derek Cohn really having some difficulties there, trying to get the ball away from Grigorich. Another ball for Sabitzer to pick it up. Austria winning back possession. It's 2-0 there for the Austrians, and now they should be happy. At least they've been able to get their second goal with a cushion. We also do have Philipp Leinhardt, who's also been introduced into the game. The heart of our defense. Again, he's trying to pick the run there. Sabitzer, but not able to do so. And here comes Yuenchi and Sibo for Ghana. Grigorich on his heels, Jiku. And finds Gary Cohn. Again, it's going to be a huge game for Ghana in terms of what they face back in the World Cup, with Ghana facing England, Croatia and Panama. And this friendly matches becomes a very key part of their team's preparations. Well, the Black Stars don't have the likes of Mohamed Kudus and Inaki Williams. Trying to bank the hopes on Thomas Partey and Antoine Semenyo. And so far, that has not yielded to any success. Meantime, the Ghanaians will have Jordan Ayew looking to find space on the left-hand side, and here comes Semenyo, reaching deep into the box, waiting for a bit of a pass. There is Yuenchi, but Semenyo now out of the box now and is trying to find space. Cohn, Partey, back to Derek Cohn, the left full back. And then finds Partey once again, trying to hold on to the ball, and Partey losing possession to the home side. And Ghana once again having possession, looking to bounce back pretty quickly. Jordan wins it well. Jordan wriggling his way through, looking for Cohn. And once again, the Ghanaians can't find a way in the 18-yard area of the Austrians. Short press, sends it back. Well, like so, David Alaba and Danso is out of the game. Alaba is on the bench, yet to be introduced into the game. Ghana picking up the pieces here. Partey finds space on the right here for Yuenchi. Looking to turn away Shaku. Here comes Shaku, and then back to Partey, sends it to Sibo. And here's Ghana. Now the Black Stars looking to find some bit of a breathing space around the 18-yard box of the Austrians. And here comes the ball possession. 52 there for Austria, 48 for Ghana. And there'll be a lot of chit-chat in the stands now, trying to find a way to get more goals and see if Austria really do have a chance at the World Cup, don't they?
Yeah, I think they would definitely be backing themselves. Maybe not against Argentina.
But now they have that opportunity now to see if they can get a third, and Ziggy to the rescue of Ghana once again.
Yeah, that's what happens when you start to open up. Ghana needs to get a goal now, and we're starting to see a lot more guys at the back.
Well, again, it's going to be the rightful back for the side. Stefan Posch with the strike. He looked at the goalkeeper, and Chiku not able to block, but Atiziki doing so well to carry the ball away for a corner kick. That was a very direct shot there, straight to the goalkeeper.
I was mentioning that they would definitely back themselves against Jordan, and maybe to some extent Algeria in that group. Maybe the game against Argentina is a bonus, whatever happens.
Corner kick taken once again. It's going to be a third goal, and it's in. Wow, he made it for himself. He got a corner kick, and now he's got a third for Austria. Stefan Posch. What a game he's having. And the excitement in the stands clearly shows how exciting, once again, they are. They have never lost a home game in all competitions, the Austrians, since the last 3 years. And the Ghanaians are having to deal with it.
In the past year, there has been a lot of praise for the Black Stars when it comes to their set pieces and how much they've improved. Because I think we scored 6 goals from set pieces since March. And that was one of the key reasons how Ghana qualified for the World Cup. With the introduction of Gregory, the Belgian set piece coach. However, this defending, I think Gregory will be bound his head down.
Absolutely. Well, the man who's got to go.
It's unacceptable.
This man, Stefan Posch, is on loan from Mainz 05 to Italian club Como. And this season, he's scored just a goal there. 14 matches he's played there for Como. He's just got 1 yellow card. 28 years of age. Very exciting time there for this young man. It's his 50th cap there for the side, and yet throwing no more players. 4 goals he scored. And it's going to be his 5th goal there for Austria. And now they have 3 goals to really enjoy themselves with it. Ishaku. Well, the second half seems to be relatively a different second half there for the Ghanaians, really. Ishaku in the box now. He's found a space. Ishaku! Oh, nearly got a goal there for himself. Fatah Ishaku. At least he makes it a corner kick.
I think it's a goal kick. A lovely bit of play there from Fatah, who I've just not seen enough of. It should have actually been a corner.
Yeah.
I've just not seen enough of him in this second half. But that's the type of quality that he possesses, going past 2 men and having a shot deflected there.
So Grigoric is going to be pulled out of the game, and it's going to be a man who just found himself in the Austrian shirt, in the 17th shirt. It's going to be Chukwuemeka. Sabitzer is equally out of the game, and here comes 7-shirted Anatovic. So we give him a chance now to come into the game. And 23-shirted Marco Fredo is out for 25 for Boda. Michael for Boda also coming in. So throwing almost everything into the game. The Austrians.
Very surprised Toto has not made a single change to respond to what has been a very one-sided start of the second half so far. I'm not sure what the plan is, whether perhaps he's already picked his team for the match against Austria and the match against Germany. Okay. 2 different starting 11s until perhaps wants to give these players a chance to redeem themselves. Could be the case. That's probably the only reason why I'll think he hasn't made a change yet, because it's past the 60th minute.
Austria. Chukwuemeka. First attempt here for the Nigerian, who's currently playing for Austria, called the Austrian team. Once upon a time was with the Aston Villa back in England and went to Chelsea, and Chukwuemeka now moved to his national team, switched it there for Austria, and is back here trying to find a way to get a starting role in the World Cup as well for the Austrians. And Ghana coach Otto yet to make a change once again after 63 minutes. The Black Stars are down by 3 goals to 0. And the home side seem to be pressing and winning possession, and yet again there's a bit of an extension of the elbow there. The referee initially signaled play to continue, but the player still stays down. And Ishaku, again, the underside is also going to be a foul. A little confusion here in terms of the decision by referee Mohamed Aoush.
That was a very... Ooh. That doesn't look good. I think that's blood coming in. Oh. That was a very huge bump to the head.
Patrick Weimar.
I think Weimar just came on.
Yeah, and that's an accidental clash there between him and Sivo. That's so not pretty good there for the young man. Not pretty good there at all. Bit of a hold up here. It's a concern there for Austria, isn't it? Well, this is where it started.
Probably need to go off a bit.
Yeah,
and
so
get his nose bandage.
Eyes on the ball and then the eyes and elbow.
Do you think it was intentional? You know, the thing about football is they can make intentional stuff look unintentional. They're very good at disguising that. I think Sibo wanted to leave something on him. There's a bit of movement from the arm. I think it was a bit deliberate there. And if there was VAR, there could be some repercussions in there. But yeah, he ended up getting a yellow card.
Yeah, gets a yellow card for that. Again, it's very, very bad tackle there from Sibo, the midfielder. Pretty much aggressive on the day. Yeah, just gone off. At least needs more.
Yeah, probably needs to change his shirt.
Very bad injury there to young man, and so it's his. Well, so there's still a scoreline that has not changed. It's gone up really in a very difficult scenario in terms of coming out of this scoreline.
I think I'm seeing activity on Ghana's bench. So more than one person getting ready there. So it could be a chain of
changes there from the coach,
for the Blacks. It's been a long time coming now.
66 minutes already gone in the game, and so the Black Stars do need to make some changes to bring fresh limbs on. And Bana is back on. Yeah, new shirt, and then he's been given a fresh opportunity to see if he can make something out of this game here. So it's still the Black Stars looking for consolation maybe in the game. The Austrians have a lot to show for it. There's another foul here. A substitution will be made at the moment there. The referee stopping play.
I think for a little break.
Yeah, so Ghana really doing to make about 6 changes, I guess.
Oh, that's more than I thought.
So that's definitely
I see Suleiman, I see Connect Stolfa, I see I see Marvin Senna here.
Yeah, so all of them trying making your way into the game, and
that's like a half of the starting 11.
Absolutely.
I mean, I called for changes, but when you make really 6 changes in a match, I think in the end you disrupt the flow.
Well, I think maybe just needs a bit of an edge in the game, and so that's another foul. Maybe I'm going for foul, maybe the second goal. Yes, it is. And so Sabitzer once again really a touch on the ball there by Urenchi, and just not able to keep it up. And then Grigoric just making it 2-0. And he's off now. Michael Grigoric, and France also playing part in the game here. So the Austrians really excited to have had this scoreline in their favour. And then you have Stefan Posch's goal. He made a corner kick and eventually found himself in a very good position. But the assist actually came from Grigoric as well. Yeah. Mahu just got a second. So that clearly tells a story of what's been happening here at the Sapel Stadium here in Austria, with the Black Stars down by 3 goals to 0 and now trying to bring in some changes. And Otuado making sure that Lisi responds cleverly to the goals conceded by the Black Stars. And Jordan really looked a little bit off color, and of course, also not in the game as expected. And Leinhardt, the centre back, who's also trying to have some words there, and Jugu, also not excited about the goals conceded so far.
I mean, I know it's been a difficult day for Ghana, but what do you make of the jersey, seeing it in action for the
Well, again, it's quality yellow. It's white. What people really talk about the white one, but it's the yellow that seems to be getting everybody's attention at the moment. Suleiman in, and Siboy is currently out. Ajete has also been withdrawn, and Poku is also been introduced into the game. And Gideon Mensah has been given an opportunity to come in here. Ghana ringing in a lot of changes in the second half to at least argument, and Fatai Shako is also being pulled out of the game, and Ghana's Yeboah. Again, it's going to be a lot of work there for the Ghanaians in terms of coming back in the game with 20 more minutes to go. Is there a life wire there for the Ghanaians in the game? Gideon Mensah has been given a chance to now play a part in the game as well, and also is that Marvin Senaya runs forward, playing a role in the game, and then Ian Cheese also been pulled out of the game as well. The backline of Ghana really looking to have some bit of a tweaking there with Jerome Poku's introduction.
I think we've switched to a back five now. So,
well, they get into the ball. Chukwuemeka in the 18-yard box again. Eventually, there's a Ghanaian defensive play by Jerome Poku coming in cleverly to ensure that the Ghanaians are back in the game, and the fans are just enjoying every bit of it, aren't they? Yeah, I tell you what, this is how excited they are going to the World Cup, and ensuring that at least they have very good play with the likes of Argentina and Jordan. And Chukwuemeka committed a foul. Jordan Ayew Scott played 7 games and 10 matches and scored 7 goals. Jordan, he's provided 7 remarkable 14 goals involvement for the Black Stars. 7 assists for him, and so he's really been a very good player there for the Black Stars. Yet to score in this game. Patrick Python plays his club for football for SV Darmstadt in Germany. Marvin Senaya for Auxerre in France. And of course, Daniel Ajay for the Kalıspor in Turkey. And of course, you see the fans really excited to have themselves shown on the giant screen. But this international friendly between Ghana and Austria really being the one-way party there for the Austrians. With 3 goals they have, Ghanaians yet to really come back. Oh, he's having the long balls forward there and catching the Ghanaians off guard, and have a lot of them playing back with the 5 back. Really becoming an interesting play there for Ghana, and the referee just allowed play to continue. Pras here for Austria. Oh, another laid back now to Pras. Looking to find space. Sabitzer. Back to Pras. Chukwuemeka. Sabitzer. Looking to ding one into the far side. Yet again, Ghana not able to block the balls away from dangerous areas. And they are quick to get off the block there to win back possession. Here comes Austria. Sabitzer once again. Oh, he's looking for the run of their huge man out there, Arnautovic. Now it's the Austrians once again, live hot. Skirts one to the far side. I was looking for the likes of Viner. Sabitzer, quality player, not of which laying one back to Chukwuemeka, wasn't successful, and once again it's a section of the arm, and that's going to be Stefan Posch. Yeah, the goal scorer. Now we get a yellow card for that. Yes, he does.
I think it's similar to what Kwesi did, maybe not the same level of aggression and intensity. But in the end, the referee deemed it as a foul and the yellow card to Posch. I'm still trying to figure out what the new shape of Ghana is. What I do know is there's a back five, and so there's Jerome Poku, Jiku, and Pfeiffer in the defensive centre-back roles, and then Tenaya and Gideon as the wing-backs. There's Sulemana Pate in midfield, but then there's Jordan Semenyo and then Ransford Konigsdorfer up front, and so it's difficult to figure out what exactly the shape looks like for that one.
My goodness. Nana Amuako. Oh, so clear. I clear. Namuako. Say Shamai. I can't say Shamai for no. Say more fire. But my dream, papa. Okay, say my dream, but come here, me a sabon crowd. Austria, and so there be bonus crowd. Sabisa, Sanibona, content, and wow, but come here, me a. My goodness. Coach Tuado Otto Bakumi me say Pajabono no to the beginner for the Pimon if you're true. The crap Pimon not to one say Bakumi Mesa. A chance Debbie a go kick. Referee offside rather ne go kick. My goodness. Charlie and Swansea Junior. I say person by so power.
The boy World Cup slot up for grabs. Inti omu making sure say opportunity be a obi abenya no obe make a name for himself. And on a year no omo are hungry for success. And earlier on Michelle say coach Ralph Ragnick onye okay with the scoreline. Omu per more goals because okay introductions ni be omo ya. Omu per more goals. Abrante Sasha Kalajic abem former Wolves striker no waba game men. As a striker, the boy who say one thing, for sure. Say Onyabo Obede, Obe tries to make no making name for himself. In the say NTB and consider more goals. Mausa changes be, but Tiamsha changes. Mausa Abrantia, Christopher Bumsuba, Ejina Ho, Ebi, Abrantia, Elisha, Ususu Ejina Hobby. In Tiamsha, and Abrantia Kamaldin Sulemana, Sueba game name.
My goodness, Otto Ben Sakaya, Otto, Elisha Usubemu. Robin Jordan are you? River Jordan Efimu Semanyan Sefimu Antoine Semanyan Sefimu Ama Rantari Diere Kamadi Sulemana Anu Setimiapa Otegema I can't say my day, me Canada. Otado I changes no. I think I close to I armor.